Hi guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have my February and March book haul and an Owlcrate unboxing. So I have 11 books here, plus an Owlcrate unboxing to show you guys for the months of February and March. I have been on a semi-book buying ban for the year of 2021, and so far, so good. But basically, what that means is I'm allowed to get 2 book boxes a month. I subscribe to Owlcrate and Illumicrate, and then besides those, I'm allowed to purchase 3 other books total. However, I didn't really go to the bookstore in February because I needed to go to the bookstore at the very beginning of March. So I had only purchased 1 book in February by the time I would normally do a book haul. And that includes the book boxes too, because they weren't in on time, which is not a big deal. It happens, but I wasn't going to do a video for 1 book. So instead, I have a pile of books here to talk about. And now 11 books does sound like more than like 3 extra books a month plus unboxings. And that's because I do actually have a couple books here that I had pre-ordered last year in 2020 and they had not arrived yet, and those were not going to count because I did not purchase them in the year of 2021. So I think we're just gonna jump right on into the books. We will do the Owlcrate unboxing last, but I will leave a timestamp down below in case that's what you're here for. So let's do this. The first couple books that I actually have here are the unboxings for the February Owlcrate and Illumicrate because I did an unboxing on my channel. I'll leave a link down below in case you want to see that. But I actually never did a haul video where I showed them, so I'm just going to show them to you guys now. The Illumicrate one for February is A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. This one I do believe is a fantasy, potentially YA fantasy. I'm not entirely sure about that. But it is urban fantasy. There are fae realms and human realms. I don't know much else except for that all of our main cast is queer. And I'm very, very excited about it. Also, because it's Illumicrate, the edition is gorgeous. We have these beautiful dusky pink edges. So, so pretty. And because it is Illumicrate, it will be signed. So this is one that I just absolutely had to get. It's one of my anticipated releases for this year, and yes. Then the Owlcrate for February was The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. This is a YA fantasy for sure, and again, I'm very, very excited to read it. I don't know too much about it except for our main character apparently has a different sort of blood color than red, which means she has to basically face a consequence worse than death, but she ends up being recruited basically into an army of girls like her. They have some sort of power denoted by the color of their blood, and I'm very, very excited. Again, because it is Owlcrate, we have an exclusive cover. Basically, the exclusiveness here is the design behind our character on the front, and it is going to be signed. Moving into the books that I actually pre-ordered before 2021 started, the first one that I have here is Heartbreak Bay by Rachel Kane. This is the 5th book, I believe it is, in the Stillhouse Lake series, and this obviously is the last book by Rachel Kane, who passed away in November of last year, and actually that is when I ordered this. I have not read this series, but I own all of them. I went on a big buying spree at that time because I've read other series by Rachel Kane, absolutely loved them. She was a favorite author, and I had to pre-order this one. It came in March, and this I do believe is an adult mystery thriller series. Again, I have not read them yet, but I definitely want to. And then the other pre-order that I have here is Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, specifically the Illumicrate edition to match my Chain of Gold. So this one I actually did pre-order in 2020, so this does not count for the book stack that I have here, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the blue. It's almost a navy blue, but not quite. It's in between royal blue and navy blue, and then there's gold, bright yellow edges. And the quote on the spine is, "Secrets consume even the truest love." I've actually already read Chain of Iron this month, so I'll talk about it more in my wrap-up, but yes, had to have the pretty edition. Okay, and then moving into February's books. The first one I have here is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. This was the March pick for the Literally Dead book club. I have already read this and I will let you know more in my wrap up. This is supposed to be about a like creepy house, and that's basically all I knew about it going in. It's supposed to be some sort of like found footage, except for it's a book, so like found pages, I guess. Can you show the camera? Ah, good job. Yes, thank you. So the next book I have for February is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This is a middle grade fantasy that I've heard nothing but good things about. I haven't heard a ton of people reading it, but it does seem that when you're in it and enjoying it, it's like super enjoyable. I'm loving the concept of it because I do believe there's going to be some sort of like magic competition. I am always there for those. Yes, she's going to have to compete for a spot against kids who've known about magic their whole lives. So again, don't know much about it, but I'm very, very excited, and the cover is gorgeous. Then, the last book that I bought for February is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This is a brand new book that just came out. This is going to be in a second. Can you put it back? Just a second. And I actually have read this one already as well. I'll talk about it in my wrap-up, but I read this for the 48-hour Bookopoly-thon. So I have a whole vlog for that so you can see my in-depth thoughts. I will leave it linked down below. But just be aware, this is not a romance book. I know a lot of people have gone into it thinking it is that, or have been sort of billing it as that. It is not. It is 100% an adult novel, like not necessarily literary novel, it's a contemporary. There is some romance in it, but it is not a romance story. Does that make sense? Then we're going to move into the books that I purchased for March. The first one, Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. I know we just talked about this, but that other one was a pre-order that didn't count. This one I actually did purchase in March, and I've read it. I will talk about it in my wrap-up, but I had to get this. I've absolutely loved the Shadowhunters world, all of those books. I actually did a Shadowhunters September last year in September and read all of them up until this one in 1 month. That was over 10,000 pages, the most I've ever read in a month, but I love this world, so yes, I had to get this. Then I also have Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas. This is the second novel from Aiden Thomas, who is the author of Cemetery Boys, which was my favorite book of 2020. I have not read this one yet because it just came out this last week. I'm super excited to get into it. It is a Peter Pan retelling, but I absolutely loved Cemetery Boys, like the writing style, the characters, everything like that, and so I have high hopes for this. I'll keep my expectations down a little bit just because I loved that one so much, but I had to pick this up. Again, the cover is gorgeous. I mean, like, can you guys see the silhouettes in the trees too? Like, look at this. So pretty. Then I have the Octunnumi. So this one is something that I saw on Chelsea Palmer's channel. I will leave her link down below. And I actually pre-ordered it on January 1st. So it does count for this year. It just took a while to get to us. It is from somewhere, I believe, in the UK. And it is a whole, like, experience. It comes in this box. It comes with a letter, and apparently there are different characters you could get a letter from. Mine is from Trad. It is gorgeous. Like, just the whole production of this is gorgeous. So I actually have opened this, but it was pretty easy to put back together so you guys could at least see what I saw when I opened the box. But it does have like a sleeve thing on part of it that you can just sort of pull off. And then look at this. This is gorgeous. Like, so shiny, so pretty. Everything that you're seeing up here that is like glossy is a glossy black, whereas the actual book under here is like a matte buttery black. And then we do have the like bronzy gold for the actual like title and everything. This is so gorgeous. And I do see that it says prologue on there, so I have no idea exactly what we're getting into with this, but I'm so excited. This is by Trevor Allen Forrest. Can we see that there? Potentially. And we have sprayed edges here. The back says, "For our tomorrows are made of our yesterdays." And again, so So gorgeous. The edges of the pages, when you go in here, have the designs and everything as well. They're a little bit different on each page because I know some of them have the clocks and stuff. Some of them have them on the corners. Some of it is just that, but it's on every single page. And then this fell out of the book, but they do have a like little booklet thing here that has definitiaries. So you open it up this way, and I'm assuming we have definitions of certain words. The words are very long and I'm probably going to mispronounce any of them if I try, but we have that. And then on the back we have a pronunciary. So this is how you pronounce things, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, this is just to pronounce stuff, maybe stuff that's like names, because in the definitiaries they do actually have like how to pronounce certain things, but I'm assuming those are actual terms for the book. But it's very in-depth. The whole point of this book is to be like, this is true, but nobody knows about it, so this is like secret files almost. But just the whole production of this, the whole look of it, I had to get it. And then finally, the last book I have here before we get into the Owlcrate is actually a book that just arrived today. It was supposed to not actually be here until the very beginning of April, so this is the first April book I have, but I don't want to forget to mention it next time in my book haul, so we're going to mention it today, and it is going to count for one of my books for April. But that is A Trial of Sorcerers by Elise Kova. Elise Kova is an independently published author, and she has the most gorgeous physical books. And these are not like special edition books. These are the normal edition physical book. So this is her newest one, A Trial of Sorcerers. I don't know much about it as well, except for there is apparently some sort of competition again, a magic competition. I'm very into that right now. But the biggest thing, okay, so obviously gorgeous cover, but under the dust jacket, look, this is a normal hardcover edition of her book. This is gorgeous. Here's the spine. Also gorgeous. And the back, like, I can't get over it. It is so, so pretty. I actually did pre-order this off of her Etsy because she will sometimes list books there, both paperback and hardcover, that she will sign. But yes, another, I think this might be a YA fantasy. I'm not entirely sure about that, but fantasy with magic competition. Oh, so excited. Presley, you want to help me open the Owlcrates? Are those your sunglasses? Can I see?
Back there.
Oh, so cool. Come show the camera. Look. Cool dude. Yeah. Are you going to help me open the box? Do you want to put them back on? Cool dude. Yeah, cool dude. Okay, we're ready now. So this is March's Owlcrate. Here is our theme card, and the theme for this month is Of Witches and Wonder. If I do not mention all of the artists, I will leave them down below so you guys can check them out. He is getting into these worms already. Okay, the first thing we have here is going to be in this box. It says it is reading through the seasons. To celebrate the unique beauty found in each of the 4 seasons, we've created a special limited collection of drinkware designed by artist Macarena Chomik. Our tribute to springtime and its lovely blooms in this stunning tumbler featuring a quote from Sylvia Plath. Okay, so I did know that they were going to be doing this sort of series. They mentioned it earlier this month, I believe it was, that they are going to do a different drinkware item every few months. So we will have 4 total. They will be based on the seasons, apparently. I don't know if we knew that. And this one is a tumbler. Do you want the box? Maybe not. Okay. It is a gorgeous, like, dark green. And it says, cheers for spring, for life, for a growing soul. So that apparently is by Sylvia Plath. I don't think I've read any Sylvia Plath, but again, this is really, really gorgeous. It does have the plastic lid on top. Really, really nice. Presley's pulling things out, so thank you. I guess we're just gonna try and get these done as he pulls them out. So one thing we have here looks to be some sort of pouch. There is a butterfly here at the top, and it says magic is desire made real. And then here's the bottom. This is very, very pretty. And, oh, it's a bookmark holder, according to this. This is really pretty. And it's designed by Amy Mack. Illustration. So this reminds me a lot of a book sleeve, but instead you can put bookmarks in it. The next thing we have here is something in this little cardboard box. It is wrapped up very nicely, and it might smell like something. I think this is what's smelling. Okay, it definitely has a scent. It's a pretty good scent as well. This is a manual. It's blackberry, sage, and cypress. It is a perfume oil. So this is what it looks like here. Blackberry, sage, and cypress. It actually smells really nice from what I can smell here. It does not look like it leaked, which is good because I have had some stuff leak. Not in Owlcrate, I don't think, but in the past in book boxes. And this is created by Fiction Bath Co. I do not know what this character is from though. Year of the Witching. I do actually own an ebook of that, so I need to read that. But it smells really, really nice. Show the camera. Good, but you showed the back. Show the front. Show the camera. Wow, so pretty. What does it say? It says magic has consequences, and this is by Icy Designs. Very nice. Okay, the next thing we have in here is going to be in this box. It says there's a little witch in all of us. Add a bit of magic to your morning brew with this tea bag rest. It keeps your tea bag or tea ball or spoon tidy while you've got your nose stuck in a book. Okay. Oh, okay, this is just like a little dish. So I'm sure you could use it for other things as well because I don't drink tea. But it is star shape. This is very, very pretty. I'm really enjoying that. And it says, there's a little witch in all of us. Okay, so the same quote as on the box. And it is inspired by practical magic. So that is really, really cool. I really do enjoy that. And then we have an Owlcrate Reading Challenge bookmark is what it looks like. So I don't think there's any sort of dates that is specific for this as far as I know. It might be in their paperwork stuff at the bottom, but they do have a challenge for every single letter on here. So O is an Own Voices book, W is the winner of a literary award, L is the last book in a series, C is a comic or graphic novel, R is to reread a favorite, A is an audiobook, T is a tome or a book that's over 500 pages, E is an epistolary novel. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. But on the back, you then have spaces where you can write what you read for those. I actually think this is really, really cool. I might not do it this year necessarily, but this could be a really cool, not too hard reading challenge, like if you're looking for a yearly reading challenge, because there's only 8 prompts. Okay, the next thing we have here looks to be a notebook. This is really, really pretty. I'm loving the art on here. We have a little witch with some books by a window, and the books and the teacup are floating. So obviously, very, very cute. It does say the magician, sort of probably like a tarot card on there. And they are blank pages, like not lined or anything. So maybe this is more of a sketch pad instead of a notebook. Either way, I will definitely use it. I like this a lot. And it does say it is a sketchbook, and it is not inspired by any specific book. Okay, and then we are down to our book, which does come with a letter from the author, and it is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. This is another book that I have been anticipating. I was so excited to see the spoilers for this box because I knew this book was coming in it. I am so excited. All I really know about this is that there are witches and magic, and it is going to be sapphic. I believe there's something to do with, I think one of the characters' father is sick, and so she needs to help him out with that. The book has sprayed edges. We don't always get that with Owlcrate, and I did not know we were getting it this month, but it is gorgeous. They are nice, light purple, lilac-y sprayed edges. Here's what it looks like under the dust jacket. We have a nice, just little ribbon on the front cover, and it is signed. Okay, and then just looking here, it looks like the only major difference on the actual cover of the Owlcrate version versus the normal version is it looks to me like we're at nighttime. There is a moon behind the girls, whereas I think the normal one is supposed to be daytime. That's actually a very cool addition to a cover. because sometimes they just change the colors and I'm not as happy about that all the time, especially since the covers are both gorgeous, but it looks like all they did was change the time of day. Interesting. And then next month's theme is Ruthless Rivals. This is another book that I'm super excited about. I know what's going to be in the box. I'm very excited. And the spoiler that they've given us so far is that we are going to get coffee from Fable Grounds Coffee. Okay, so that looks like everything that I have this month for you guys. Yes, thank you. Like I mentioned before, I do have some books that I've already read this month, and I will talk about those in my wrap-up. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays, so I will see you then. Bye!